Do you want your soup served in a cup? Should certain songs be banned from karaoke? And should elevators be designated for handicap use only? Well, according to these comments, they should be. Welcome to another episode of What Every Cruiser Wants. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. Alright, I have 3 new comments for you this week of different things that cruisers believe need to be changed on cruise ships because it's the right thing to do. It's what they want, and according to them, it's what everybody else wants too. So let's take a look. So our first comment, well, they want their soup served in a cup because according to them, nobody likes to use a soup spoon. So I was on the Dream last week. I ordered the cold soup strawberry bisque. They used to serve it in a soup bowl that had the steep sides, which made it easy to pour into a glass. Anyhow, I used to pour the soup into a wine glass and drink it like a shake. Now I'm disappointed the new bowl makes it impossible to pour into a glass. I would do this with hot soup as well. There must be an option for the waiter to serve soup in a glass. Using a soup spoon is not something anyone enjoys having to do. Now, I discussed this with my table mates and everyone agreed to have this option. I've used a soup spoon before and never once did it occur to me that I didn't like it and I didn't want to do it. Who knew? I'm glad this person was here to tell me that I did not like using a soup spoon. And as far as having your soup in a glass, just out of curiosity, did you ask the server who brought you the soup, could you by chance put this in some kind of glass, mug, or something like that so it could be drank? I bet if you'd asked, they probably would have done it. But what do you guys think? Do you want your soup served in a glass? Do you want the option of having your soup served in a glass? Because according to this person, using a soup spoon is something that nobody likes to do. Karaoke on a cruise ship. Look, it's a popular thing. Not my thing, but it's definitely popular because people go. People attend. People get up on stage and they sing songs. And they seem to be having a really, really good time. But have you ever gone to karaoke and found it to be offensive? Maybe the song that somebody picked, did you find it offensive? And because you found it offensive, should it be banned? Should somebody get in trouble over it? But this comment thinks that's exactly what should happen. Someone needs to be held accountable because some songs sung by passengers at karaoke are offensive. Why do we allow people to sing Bohemian Rhapsody? Have you ever stopped to listen to the words? They are hateful. I thought Carnival was a family cruise line. Wait, I put the word carnival in the sentence, so anything goes. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you find certain songs offensive while you sing karaoke? Or a different question could even be, if we start eliminating or banning songs based on what an individual feels is offensive, what one person doesn't like, then how many songs will be left to sing karaoke? But, I'm going to throw this out to you guys because I always think you have the option to get up and leave if you don't like a certain event. If you don't enjoy the karaoke, don't go there. If you find the comedy offensive, don't go there. But let me throw that out to you guys. What do you think? Should songs be banned from karaoke because somebody finds it offensive? Or perhaps, if they find that offensive, maybe they should just not attend that specific event. And finally, mobility scooters, elevators, and what I think is most important, elevator etiquette when you're on board a cruise ship. Now, whether you're on a scooter or you're not on a scooter, elevator etiquette applies. But let me read you this comment about somebody who uses a mobility scooter and seems like they had a bad time on cruise ship elevators. You have many of your cruisers who use mobility scooters because of health concerns, weight problems, and unseen symptoms. Your response to my post that elevators should have handicap priority access was only dismissive. Of course, Carnival has crew to help. Take one of the people pushing alcohol in our faces and have them manage this. Too many times have I waited first in line in my scooter only to have the elevator come and it becomes filled with the able-bodied people crowding in. As the doors close, they all look at me as to say, tough luck, because I wasn't fast enough to get on. Don't hide your head in the sand, John, because you for sure will need a mobility scooter one day very soon from what I've seen and read. Why aren't the elevators designated as handicapped priority? Why are Carnival passengers so rude and inconsiderate? All right, see, a lot of this, in my opinion, is all about elevator etiquette. But it's also about the fact the cruise line cannot take somebody from another place on the ship and have them monitor the elevators. You figure you got a cruise ship that's got, what, 15 decks, 3 different banks of elevators? Can you imagine? That right there is just to put one crew member at each bank of elevators. That's 45 crew members right there. The cruise line don't have the number of people that would be required to have employees monitoring the elevators, because you'd have to monitor them at every floor in all 3 locations on the ship. So that's just purely impractical. It really comes down to etiquette and politeness. If there's people waiting to get on the elevator that are waiting there first, you let them get on first. Of course, now that's after you've stepped aside from the doors and let the folks getting off the elevator get off first. You don't try to rush on while they're still coming off. You know, it's all about politeness and etiquette. And if you've ever been on a cruise, look, we know this is a two-sided issue here, because while I can agree there are probably people out there who jump in front of people on scooters to get to the elevator first, I've also seen people on scooters dang near running people over, pushing and shoving with their scooter to get what they want. I also happen to know that just because a person is not in a scooter doesn't mean they don't have a reason they need to ride an elevator. Whether this is a popular opinion or an unpopular opinion, just because you're in a mobility scooter does not give you the right to act like an ass. But that is few and far between. The majority of the time, don't have any issue with anybody, but there is that one person that's gonna run over your toes, and if you cruise long enough, you know the person I'm talking about. But there's rudeness on both sides. And honestly, people just need to have a little bit of etiquette, a little bit of patience, and a little bit of understanding for each other, and everybody will get along just fine. But what do you guys think? Should the elevators be designated as handicap priority? Who determines what is handicapped? And how do you prove or disprove that you have a handicap? Or should it just be that everybody needs to learn to get along and understand that we're out here on vacation trying to have a good time, and that a little politeness and a little etiquette will take you a long way? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, and that's going to be our video today for what every cruiser wants. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas.